about 10:50 in the morning. Just kind of following up on the morning session here on the Nasdaq. We'll have a session from 3 to 4 as well. But if you're subscribed and you're seeing this, you can either watch it live or record it because I think it stays on there. But we had talked about how this market from its open had dropped about its right about its average true range, its daily ATR. And this short right here might be a little iffy, but had a higher up level right there. So, this area, the market opened, it spiked above it, could have stopped you out there. But it did come into the demand lower. So hopefully some of y'all were able to get a part of that demand, which was the previous, what I talked about at the end of the session was just utilizing this previous opening minute of that day is within the opening range, the first 15 minutes, 9:30 and 9:45, but using that as a buy zone. And market came right into there, came to the bottom of that, and then rallied up to the supply. I just took some profits off on the supply as the market came down right into the open of the regular session. So let me show you that real quick here. So if you look at, get like a 5-minute. So there's the short. It came back down into right in the opening price of the opening 15 minutes. So took some profits off right there, looking for the market to come test the low of the opening range. Before it does that, it might go back up and test the high of the opening range. If it starts to break outside of the high of the opening range, I'll close out the rest of that trade. But right now, that area, with the bigger downtrend, that area is given a nice move as expected. Beautiful looking rally-based drop, and then followed by a little drop-based drop that we'd have to go down to like a 1-minute chart, I'm sure, to see. So here's the smaller area where it came right back to the high of the opening range. But high of the opening range is up at 54.50, that high right there. And so right now it's just moving down. If I were to show you this, so this is another way to manage a position. As the market came up into the supply, these are the stacked up moving averages. So this is a 4-hour, 20-minute EMA, the red one. This one right here is the 60-minute 20 EMA. So these are all 20-period exponential moving averages. That's the 60-minute. That's the 4-hour. That's the 15-minute. That's the 5-minute, and then the blue one's the 5-minute, and then the white one is whatever time frame I'm on. And if you're in this position short and you wanted to look for a longer hold, then you could really, none of these moving averages will help you with that. What these moving, the way that they're all stacked right here, if price is able to get above them, then you'd really actually want to start to close out the trade. You could just trail using the highs that are going on right now as well. So as it's creating highs, you'd be looking to trail those highs. But because it's just right here, you wouldn't really, the 1-minute one is right there. That would be a moving, you could go to the 1-minute 20 EMA and manage it with that one as well. But most likely, as it pulls back into this area, and here you're going to see it bounce back up. And that's really it on this trade. So just let the profits run, give it a little bit of wiggle room. You could simply as well just be with your stop loss above the high of the opening range, and price goes and traverses down to the low of the opening range. If it breaks down below it, so here's what you want to watch out for. You want to watch as the market comes down to this low. You want to see if price just barely gets below it and then comes back in and starts to break some highs and starts to trend back up, then the market's about to rally. If the market is able to stay below that, then you can move your stop down and basically say, I'm going to, if it gets back in the opening range, I'm out. But if it decides to trend below it and trend down lower, in the opening range and let it run, and who knows how far it can go. So hope you were able to take part in that position. And we will see you at 3 to 4 o'clock today if you are an OTA Atlanta